What's up, YouTube? I know I'm running a little bit behind trying to get out here, get everything set up. What's going on, Kajon? How you doing tonight? I'm waiting on YouTube to catch up. There it goes. Oh, he's got his mic muted. That's why I'm not hearing him. Hey,
Yeah.
William. Hey, Junkyard.
Hey, William, Junkyard, how y'all?
Yep,
Hey, Mater, how you doing? I'm doing good, thank you.
pretty good. I was watching a video inside of my laptop, and all of a sudden my eyes wanted me to start watching a movie on the inside of them, on the inside of my lids. That's why I was like, okay, I gotta get out there and get everything set up.
Gotcha. Yeah, I was over at the when you said hi. I knew I was muted, but I was on the YouTube side waiting for it to go live so I could stop it.
Right. What's up, cool gamer?
Hey, Breezy.
Hey,
Hey,
Bree.
gamer. Oh man, we looking for the email and all that on my other on my What's Cooking with Cajun
Ah,
channel.
so you can get that all back.
And I mean, I can get it back. That ain't no problem because I got my phone to back it up and my Cajun channel, for backup.
Right.
Uh, they'll send me an email or a text or whatever. Uh, our uh, no, that's for the something else.
Well, I know right now, tomorrow, I gotta call that sheriff's department. Hey, Shelly,
Yeah.
and see about getting a copy of that police report. Hey, Sugar Daddy.
Oh yeah, for your truck.
Mm-hmm. Yep. That way I can get that one all taken care of. And then I just gotta wait to see what the uh, adjuster and everything's gonna say from my insurance company. But I haven't even had a chance to go back and look see how many people watched the Parade of Lights. If anybody even made a comment on that on any one of those three videos. Of course, I tried getting it to where it was all you know put together on a video editor, but the editor I got and everything, it wasn't wanting to work the way I was hoping, unless I wasn't operating it correctly. Of course, hey, first time, nobody standing over my shoulder saying, "Hey, this is how you do it." So I don't know. I tried getting it to upload to YouTube, and it didn't want to go. Don't know why. So how's everybody out there in the chat and everything doing tonight? All right, that'll work. Appreciate that, Junkyard. Like I said, it's the one that actually comes with Windows 11 and everything. And I was, like I said, never done it. That was my first time. And I got all, because it was, unfortunately, I don't know why the camcorder decided to record three different sections. It was all continuous, but it didn't want to combine all three into one. So I'm going in there, get it all figured out how to get it all set up as one, and I tried uploading it to YouTube, and it was saying, "Nope, can't have a problem." I was like, yeah, I gave it, so okay, yeah, I was trying to upload, and according to Google, and so yeah, I give it permission. Still tried it. Nope, still wouldn't do it, and couldn't get it to transfer back. Couldn't save it to the computer because it never gave me the option, or I never did see it. So I don't know.
All right.
Ah, so that's one of the things someone was saying. Just use a GoPro instead of getting a regular camcorder. They're actually better. Well, GoPros are so expensive compared to this camcorder I got. It was about 130, 140 bucks from Walmart. So I don't know. It's supposed to record in 4K. I've just got it set up for 1080, which is the best one, to me. And besides, I can't upload any kind of 4K videos to YouTube. Being with the freebie, they won't allow me to do that.
What are you talking about? 4K on YouTube.
Oh, I can't upload any videos off this camcorder. It's in 4K
Why?
because I can only upload. The max is 1080.
What?
Hey, Missy,
Why?
that's the maximum that the free StreamYard will allow me to do, or YouTube will allow me to do it.
Oh, you're talking about StreamYard. No, but if you do a camcorder, if you take a video in 4K, you can put it in 4K on YouTube.
Well, for some reason, I tried that and it won't let me. I can try it again. I mean, I've got the camcorder still. No, it's inside the house.
Yeah, man, it takes so long to render a video and all in 4K and get it to YouTube. It takes forever.
Yeah, that might be the problem, and that's why 1080 is okay. So I was like, there's nothing wrong with 1080.
Right.
Shut up, Ed. Hey, Renegade.
Hey, Renegade. I just realized I was on my other
Channel.
YouTube channel.
Yeah. What's up, Eek?
Hey, Ken. Where is it?
Oh, Junkyard. Hey, this is a gaming computer that I've got. So I got it to where it's gonna be able to perform perfect for doing stuff like this for YouTube. I mean, it's got the I've got the AMD Ryzen 7 processor. I forget how much memory. I think it's like 32 gig memory on it. I think was it 1 terabyte hard, SSD. But it's also got liquid cooling for the CPU.
Yeah, that makes it nice. What's up, Sugar Daddy?
Yep. All right, Renegade. Well, I'll have to check in on that.
Excuse me.
But tell you what, let me put something out here. Hey, Sarge, how you doing?
What in the Louisiana, Texas pound is going on here tonight? My, oh my. Hey, money.
Hey, Junkyard, there's my email. So tell you what, do me a favor and email me, and we'll get together. Maybe do a private stream and everything. You can help me out that way. Uh, Sarge, I'm doing pretty good. Things are starting to get a little bit better. What's up, Rail? Um, so yeah, I'm getting better. I still got to get some tests done um, and stuff like that. All right, Renegade, I'll have to see about iMovie. Now, is iMovie one of those that's
That's
paid
that's
for, or you got
that's Apple. That's Apple.
Apple?
You can't
Oh,
get it. You got to
no,
have a Mac.
no, I don't have a Mac. I got just regular PC.
I think iMovie is Apple. I'm pretty damn sure it is.
Well, Junkyard might want to help me out on something like that as far as which one to get. What's up, Mike Hodge?
Hey, Mike.
Yeah, he's saying the iMovie is for Mac.
Yeah,
Same
that's
way
what I thought. Yeah.
yeah. So the iMovie is something I won't be able to use. I mean, I wanted watching a video earlier on YouTube about some of the best free video editors, and
You got one built in on your computer already.
yeah, I know I've got one. Um, let me look at something here. Oh,
Just hit that little start button on the bottom left and type in movie editor.
okay. Well, what I've got is Clipchamp. That's the one that I've got. That's the one that comes up on the computer as far as what I've got.
Oh, okay. Hey, William I.
Oh, went to Subway,
A
huh? All right.
long sub from Subway.
Got my foot long.
Foot long sub.
Yep. That's a small snack.
I don't like they have a place over here. It's a gas station convenience store.
Right.
Got all kind of. They got an icy machine in there, all different kind of cokes and different coffees and all that and the other. It's nice little place. They have a
Right.
Subway in there on the back side of it. You can walk through the door in the back or the front, whatever. Plenty of parking.
Right.
But man, when you walk in there in that Subway part, it's that smell that gets me. That
Yep.
yeasty dough. They must use a lot of yeast in their dough or something.
Huh. Well, all I know is that
bread smell.
right.
And
Now
it don't smell like French bread neither, because it ain't French bread.
we've got I think 3 Subways here in town. We've actually got the one in the little shopping center over here by the house. We've actually got one. I appreciate that, Sarge. But we got one down at the truck stop on the south side of town. And then there's actually a gas station on the north side off the highway. They've actually got one. Now, whether or not that one's still in there, I don't know.
We got one at that station, like I was describing, and we got one in Walmart. My niece works at that one.
Ah. Well, Sarge, I'm definitely trying to get healthy. Unfortunately, like I said, with everything that's been going on, I gotta get some tests done. Oh boy, there's trouble and a half.
Hey, Christo.
Hey, boo.
Yep, she just went up going to.
Look at them tall, skinny cans of Coke.
Nope, they ain't Coke.
Yeah, these are cherry Coke. They're 16-ounce cans. which
Oh.
I have if you want. Come and get. I
I'll
didn't
be
say
right
I was
there.
going to deliver. But yeah, I get regular Coke. It's just the same thing. They just upped it to a 16 ounce.
I'm looking at that blind behind you, and I see two brand new slats in it.
It's just the way they're laying.
Oh, okay. I was thinking, say, how do you change those? I didn't know you can change those things. Hey, Tommy Hanlon, how you doing, morning mate? And there's my honey, Miss Missy. Hey, Money.
Hi.
Oh, Crystal punched you in. All right.
Yeah, she's over there muted, chip chatting. I'm like, you're muted. I'm like, forgot you're talking to Mater.
That way
Yeah, you know how she is. She gave me
to do it.
she gave
Hey,
me the right
Raiden
hook.
Cajun. Where's Raiden? Oh, there he is. What's that, Raiden?
She gave me the right hook and popped me in. Boop! Made me stand up a minute. Stand up. Oh, not too much going on.
Oh.
Just things with the business. Hi, Breezy. Hi, everybody in chat. One big hello to everybody in chat. Really.
Okay, I was talking to my son. That's how come I had my mic off.
Miss Brimble, you might want to get a different picture.
Well, see, here's the slight problem. I'm on his account, so
there ain't no problem. Go to Google, find the pictures.
She needs her 5 minutes of screen time.
She's on his laptop, and if she changes it, it's going to change his too.
No, there's that.
Okay, here's Miss Princess the Star, Miss Smudge.
Oh, got that Catwoman mask on.
All that does to me is look like a poison.
Yeah, you're allergic to them, so yeah.
Now, one thing I was going to say is, now out here on this computer, I've got it set up to where,
okay, hey,
I've got this channel, I've got the cooking channel we've got, and then I've also got it set up to where I can actually get her channel on here. And I can do the same thing on the laptop. That way, it wouldn't be all that hard for her to switch, back and forth.
I surely will, Missy. When she's in the room right now, she's actually right on the other side of that wall, right there. Probably where her
and hello to everybody in chat. Dealing with him and him and her. I kind of bounced out for a minute.
Yeah. Actually, it's my girlfriend. We actually met through a live stream in which she was actually up on panel at the time, and I made a comment that she said normally she'd just blow it off, but it kind of sparked an interest in her. And a few months later, she's wound up moving down here, Texas, from Oklahoma.
250 miles.
Well, this is for both sides. Congratulations, and I'm sorry all at the same time. Love you both.
Congratulations or commiserations?
Depends on what time of day it is and who's mad at who.
Exactly. Thank you for the compliment, Joe.
Yep. Thank you.
Hello. Give me a second, and we'll get you in here, Rick.
You're too slow.
No, the mouse arrow was over there.
No, like I said, you're too slow on that.
I'm waiting, Joe. And I moved down here fully with the intention of being with him for the rest of my life. I would like to formalize it, but
We hadn't got that far yet.
No, on him.
I got a picture.
That's fine. Do what you need to do.
I don't like the way those lights are hanging. I gotta straighten those lights up.
Hey, Mark.
They're fine.
Hey,
That was yours, Mark.
Whose ice cream was that? Wasn't mine.
train.
Mm-mm. It was Mark's.
Yep. Yeah, it was yours. Yeah, it was yours, Mark. And what was it? We got it March 13th of last year on a Sunday.
Don't blame me for that.
Mark,
Yeah.
hey, Mark, we're gonna blame you till the cows come home and leave.
You get the credit or the blame depending on what type of day it is.
Yeah, we're gonna blame we'll blame you and Sandy and Ed. How's that? We'll blame
Well,
all three of you.
how long is it going to be coming up March?
It'll be 2 years in March.
Oh, 2 years. Okay. I thought you said 1 year. I was thinking, say, wait a minute.
Yeah, it's been a little over a year and a half.
Sarge, I'm sorry, I don't go that way, so don't even worry about asking me.
Yeah, Cage, and the silver bar we're talking about was 10 ounce, not one.
Okay.
What?
Yeah,
What
275.
silver bar for 275? That's a little high.
And one of his buddies or something had one for sale, and he was asking me what silver was worth an ounce, and or what that silver bar was worth, and he thought it was an ounce. But
Wow.
I'm like, this was last night in my live stream,
Mm-hmm.
and
William,
that was about the only coin talk we had, or
hang on.
money talk, because we was talking about actually cooking last night most of the time, and
Yeah,
he
because
was
if it's
asking
not
me what a 1 ounce silver bar was worth, and I was like, it depends on which one it is.
if it's not a
Sunshine
premium
Mint,
bar,
JD, you know, and all that, and so he was like, well, wow, he wants $275 for this thing. I said, well, that's a 10 ounce bar then.
well, and you got to look at that's $27.50 an ounce. That's a
Right.
little high. Well, silver's going up, so right now in today's market, $275 is not out of the realm. 2 weeks ago, it should have been $250.
I mean, that's what I was
unless you're-
telling him, you know.
Now this one, that is a premium bar,
Well, yeah, okay, that's a Scottsdale bar.
and it's also 20 ounces, not 10. But what I'm saying is Scottsdale's J.M. Bullion's, Johnson Matthey, not J.M. Bullion, Johnson Matthey's, some of your older Englehart bars, people will say.
Englehart was the one I was trying to think of last night, and I said if Money was here, he would know what I'm talking about.
Engleharts, unfortunately, are getting hard to come by because people are hoarding them. So collectors think that they're going up in premium. Unfortunately, it's not the case. It's just a demand issue. People are still looking for them, but they stopped making them, and people are hoarding them. They're no longer selling them to shops or to myself. So that's why they're going up. It's not because of a premium. It's just because the supply and demand.
Yeah.
The only way any coin shop can get those anymore is people bringing them in to sell them, and unfortunately, there's a high premium on those right now.
Yeah.
Or any cereal bar that's
not really
cereal
expensive.
No, it's not. But when you're talking, you know,
It's not out of hand. Put it that way.
Yeah, no. But when you're talking more than 1 ounce, you know, 5 ounce. Now, a 5 ounce Tombstone. I mean, if you guys have ever seen what a 5 ounce Tombstone is, I wish I had one. I would pay up to like $130 for it for 5 ounces because it's a premium bar. I'd probably sell it for about $145 in all honesty, because there's a bunch of them out there, but they have a high premium on them because of where they come from, Tombstone, Arizona. Mm-hmm. So now you go down to Tombstone and buy it, you're going to spend about $300 for a 5 ounce.
How you doing, Raiden?
We're doing. That's about it.
So where you parked at tonight?
Sequoia, Texas. Sequoia, Texas. I don't know how you pronounce that city's name. Down here by San Antonio, so
Oh,
Wow.
okay.
1
I'm
ounce
getting
coins.
ready.
Again, it really depends if you're just talking. Are you talking ASCs, kookaburras, koalas? Are you talking stuff from China? Are you talking stuff from Canada,
Kookaburra.
England? What are you talking? Australian? You got to learn where the premiums are on each coin. Now, if you're just talking 1 ounce silver rounds, that's just bullion. You know, like what I have in my hand. It's Scottsdale, it's premium, but at the end of the day, it's just 20 ounces of silver. No government backs this bar.
That ain't yours.
It is.
That's my nippers.
That's your nippers. Okay.
What do you do?
Apparently, he's got a train coming. Shut up, Ed.
Yeah, I can barely hear it in the background because he's not being loud right now.
He's loud enough for what I can hear him.
Yeah,
Out there blowing his horn.
yeah, I missed Cajun's live last night because one, I was sleeping, and two, Mob Jonery and Cooking came on, and I went in on her live. I was on her panel, so.
Yeah.
Miss
Yeah,
Minnie,
that's
or
what.
Missy,
That's mostly what we did last night was talk cooking because I had two pit masters, two professional cooks in my panel. I had Big Rob from Florida, which is barbecue pit dog, and I had Smoky Ribs barbecue from Mississippi. In fact, me and him, we've been friends quite some time. Probably since I want to say since he started his channel. I want to say, but when I was living in Mississippi, I knew everybody he knew, and he knew everybody I knew.
That's
And we
scary.
lived in the same town. We just never. We don't think we met up. He says I look familiar, but never know. You know. And he's
Yeah,
got close to 40,000 subs. I think he's got like 38,000 subs, if I'm not mistaken.
yeah, but that I know. Hey, wait a minute! I know this one, and this one, and then you know this one, and this one.
Yeah.
I moved out of small town for a reason
Well,
because I got tired of. Well, I know
Pascagoula is
this.
not a small
I know
town,
this
really.
local,
It
and
is,
it's
but it's not.
Well, about the only thing we know about that sleepy little town is that squirrel.
Yeah, sleepy little town of Pascagoula. Ray Stevens.
Yep.
The day.
Yeah, but I'll agree with Money and Cajun. William, it's going to depend upon the coin itself and everything. It's like say a Washington quarter. Okay, yeah, it's still a coin, but you got to look at year and everything on it, condition, and is it a key date?
Yeah.
Same way with any coin. Doesn't matter the denomination.
Right.
One, you got to look at condition on it, and second, who minted it, and is it a key date?
Yeah.
William, the easiest way I can tell you is this: when I was in your shoes, when I first made our first video, which is my premiere video, when you go to my channel, our beginning story, or silver story, or beginning. What I didn't mention in that video, what I did 3 months, knowing that we were going to get this money, is, and there's Miss Money waving. I went to eBay, and I not Googled, but I searched everything about silver I could. Silver certificates, silver bullion. I put silver bullion lots. I put silver coins. I put American silver coins, China silver coins, and just started looking at the premiums and where the prices were. And I didn't look at what people were asking for, because you know what? This 20-ounce Scottsdale bar, I can ask for $2 million. Don't mean I'm going to get it. But I'm going to go see what they sold for. So I knew I had a little bit of knowledge when I went to a coin show or a coin shop, and I knew a little bit to where I knew what I wanted to get, and how many ounces I could get with the amount of money I had. And if I went home with less than I thought, I overspent. So that's the best thing I can tell you to do, because is go to eBay and just search everything. And even like some of the sellers, because you'll get emails, certain sellers create a new email just for eBay and get some of the sellers that just send, hey,
Yep.
this new, like eBay will send you this new seller. Just see like what Cajun told it. I believe he told it an ASD that's too big for a walk in Liberty. But that's an ASE right now. Those are going for $32 to $35 all day long. I don't care what.
Actually, this is not a ASE. It kind of is, but it's not.
What do you got? Is that a round?
There is a date on it, 2001, but and that rim is thick too.
Okay, so right there, what that is a 3/9 fine. That is just a round.
It has a date on it, and it's the dawn of the new millennium.
Now, if you were to sell that to me, William, if you had that, you came into my store, I would offer you about $23 for it. I'm going to sell it, however, for about 26. So you see how that works? So you would have bought it from 26, but if you needed to sell it back to me, you're going to lose $3 right away. That's why when you get into silver and gold, it's supposed to be a long-term investment, not something that is a stock bond that you want to flip quick. You don't flip nothing quick. It's something you're going to put it in a safe and forget about for a few years.
Right. Mm-hmm. And when silver goes up to 50 an ounce, never know when, then you'll make $20 off of it.
Yep. That's just like, those the Royal Mint Queen's Bee set that I've got. Yeah, I mean, I've got quite a bit invested in them, and with having them graded and everything, that has already got the value jumped up there. But it's a fact is that, money, when he sold them to me, he was going, okay, these all should come back at this kind of grade area. But when they came back all over the board, and especially one coming back MS61, he was going WTF.
But I want to say this much on that set. I'm still ready to buy it from you at any time.
Right. But here's the thing. Okay.
Just the way it is.
Now
shut up,
man.
Yeah. He admits that when he had them, before sending them all off, he actually told me that set could be, no, she ain't going to do that. She was saying that I should get between about $5,500 for that set after being graded. But because of the flaws and everything that PCGS saw in them with the grade that they all got, that dropped it down to about $3,500, $4,000. So even though I'm getting more money back, if I was turning around and selling them right now, I know for a fact I could get what I paid for them from money, and that also includes having them cut off the PCGS and get graded. I can get that money back plus some.
But he knows that when he told you $3,500 to $4,000, that's where I'd have to sell it at. So he knows he'd have to sell it to me between $3,100 and $3,300.
Right.
So he knows that he can't get retail offers. So that's why I'm his first buyer, but I'm his last option.
Right. But the thing about it is, I know for a fact that if I hang on to them, since silver has dropped, but here's the thing. In time, say 10 years from now, that set's going to be worth what, $8,000, $9,000 or higher?
Fair market I'd put on it. I mean, whatever you call long term, I would put. We're talking 15 years. I'd say 7,500. If we're talking 20 or more, I'd say closer to 9.
Money. You know where this one comes from?
Late night.
Late night with Silver Bull.
Late night with Bull. I was gonna say that, or you got Silver Bull 30. We got so many bulls in our coin. I don't know. Man.
Yeah.
Got too many bowls.
Late night with Bull, Silver Bull. He sent me some quarters, proof nickel, 67 proof, 63 proof. I don't know what these quarters are about. This is the keel bolt. Oh wait, is that a W?
Speaking of that, I still got all your nickels right here.
That might be a W. I got 2 keel bolts.
Yeah, and that's also something else, William. It's just like on that $100 bill that I've got. Yeah, like I said, no, you still can't buy it yet. No, you got about 25 more years to go. I don't care. You stick that tongue out at me all you want. It's not going to do anything. I'll get some heavy sour salt and pour on it, and then pour some lemon juice on there.
Now check this
You do
out.
realize I'm from Oklahoma. That was a punishment growing up. My mother stopped that because I actually liked it.
All right,
Just like she stopped the soap in my mouth because I just blow bubbles at her. So she stopped with the whole mouth thing.
Okay, then I'll tell you what. How about I take that pepper medley I've got, the whole peppercorns, pour them on there, and let you crunch on them.
Hey, Mater.
I know you want big.
Well, not really, but you remember the other day we were talking about the San Francisco
Yep.
mint?
Mhm.
Okay, this is the Kisatchie Forest in Louisiana. This is a state park quarter, and this is right north of me, about 20 miles, and then it goes up to, oh Lord, that forest is huge. That park, huge, hundreds and hundreds of acres, but that's PD&S, Philadelphia, Denver, and San Francisco. That's San Francisco. They make those uncirculated quarters and proof quarters
Right.
for sets like this. Plus, you can buy them. You can order them from the San Francisco Mint.
Right.
Rolls of them or individually.
Right. All right. Money's trying to show something here. We can't hear what he's talking about.
Privy Mark. Yeah, World War II Privy Mark. That's the W with the B75 on it.
Yep.
No, I wasn't saying anything. I was just showing.
He can be muted. I can narrate for him on what he shows.
Yeah. But it's like I said, on that $100 bill, right now, money's already saying, depending upon if I was to put it into an auction right now, I should be able to get, say, $1,400 easily out of it. But say another 10 years time, that price is still going to be going up. Even though it's not silver, it's because of what the bill is, the serial number, and in fact it being a star note. But
It's a rarer note.
Rare of the two. But I mean, it being a star note, there's other $100 bills out there of that series that money's already found. But what's the really big part is the serial number on it. That's the thing that's got the value on that so high. And it's already been graded from PCBS. And he was surprised it came back as, the high of it. William? Okay.
Sorry, Joe.
Yeah.
I had to step out.
No, I'm not going to go digging it out. But
And I'm not going to go pull it out.
right. And you don't know where the key is for it anyways.
Take that back. You know better.
Well, you might know where the key is, but you don't know which one.
Yeah, I do, because I have stuff in there too, honey.
Yeah, I know. William, okay, what makes it so valuable? It's a 1966 $100 bill. It's a star note, which is a replacement note. But what makes it so valuable is the serial number. It's the 192nd one printed.
Right.
Yeah, it's got 5 zeros in front of that 192.
Huh.
So that's what, and up like this. When I first found out about it, I was talking to Cajun, and when I was telling him the serial numbers on it, and probably go back to find the video and everything, that was the first time money ever came up, and he was about ready to fall out of his chair when he first found out about it.
Hey, Anthony.
And, hey, what's up, Anthony? But he actually, he was surprised, and I asked him, says, what would the value on something like that be? And him and Cajun were telling me, and they were both surprised at the price I paid for it.
Yeah, with hey Mitzi, with what he paid for it and getting it graded, he can still easily double it. Yeah, almost triple.
Well, I could probably almost quadruple what, if I was just, if I said money, I want to sell that $100 bill, he'd give me one price. No, I ain't selling it. But
He's about to come through that screen at you, and I'm going to laugh.
Yeah. But the thing about it is, he already knows how much I've got invested in it.
Yep.
And the thing about it is, like I said, it's still, he still can't believe the fact of how good of a deal I got on it.
Yeah, it went unnoticed, that's for sure.
Yeah, and I've actually been back to that same site looking at different things on there, and no, I mean, everything else is, you heard me mentioning, hey, they've got this, and they're all going, nope, that's too high a price.
Right.
So it's like, nope, I'm not bidding on that.
There was one good deal one time, but right at the end, everything went up drastically at the end of the auction.
Yep. Hey, Kelly.
Hey, Breezy.
Yep.
Anthony.
But,
I say Anthony was in the chat. I can't see his comment.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, Anthony is up, way up there, about 10 comments up.
They say, how's everybody doing? But like I said, Kelly's in here. I'm surprised her other half ain't in the chat yet, unless she's just working.
Every day, Kelly.
Yep.
Yeah, Kelly, where's your other half at? Where's Ashley?
She's probably tired as heck because she's been getting home from work around 4 and 6 if she's not pulling doubles. That's Eastern time.
Yeah.
I tell y'all what, if y'all are ever down here by San Antonio running I-10 and y'all run into this Bill Miller barbecue, don't stop.
Don't stop.
Don't stop. It is disgusting.
Dang.
Man,
I remember Bill Lambert from Abbeville. He owned a big tool company down in Intercoastal City, all field tools. That's when the all field was, real right back then, real good.
Yep.
And then it started going down, and then he had to he owned the building and the land and all that, so that's actually what saved him from going bankrupt or closing down shop. But he was a barbecue pit master, and he announced he did it right. We made all these leaflets, flyers, went to every business in town and hand delivered these things, and like at the big companies, he'd hand with the menus on them, he'd hand out like 20 of them for all the employees. And that man made a killing, and he was a barbecue pit master, and that guy could do ribs. That's the best ribs I've ever had. And his wife made the coleslaw. They had potato salad, beans, and slaw and all. But that slaw, I fell in love with. Man, it was a sweet slaw.
Okay, Raging, your video just popped up.
But I lost it, and I know they passed away by now.
Just got a notification to your video.
up here in the Dallas area. Have you ever stopped off? I know they got one out, or a couple of them out there on I-30, out by Rockwall. Have you ever been over to Soul Man's Barbecue?
Probably not.
Poor man.
Now,
Oh, that's the one you was telling me about,
yeah,
Mayor?
right.
Okay.
That's the one. Now that's the one that we met Mark at from Twisted, and
Right.
he
When he
actually
came down there.
right.
Yep.
He came down here. We went up going to the barbecue place, and actually, when him, Sandy, and Ed was doing that little tour, they actually stopped at the other one. They had to go back and they go, yeah, that is some good barbecue there.
No,
Now,
Dickie's barbecue. You got some really nice.
nah, Dickie's
They're
barbecue,
not
man,
bad.
they're not bad, but they're not as good. Now, if you like steak, okay, here in Ennis, we've got Rustin Cattle Company Steakhouse, and up like this. Crystal knows that I've been talking about that place almost for day one. You know, when we started dating and everything, how good it is. I took her there for it was the day after Valentine's Day because unfortunately this year Valentine's Day was on Monday.
Yeah.
So okay, did my live stream. I said, look, we'll go there tomorrow. Okay,
And
so
I
we
was
went
fine.
go
I'm
there.
fine with that.
Right. And the fact is, you know, I told her you do not need any steak sauce whatsoever with the steak. She goes, okay. She kind of didn't believe me, and she actually took the first bite and everything. She was going, "Oh my God, this is so damn good."
Yeah, I about fell out the chair. And
Yeah,
here's a hint, guys. I'm not a steak eater. I don't really care for red meat like that. It. I'll do ribs, no problem. I'll do fajitas, stuff like that. Ground beef, yeah. But I have until that, I have never had a decent steak. It's always been tell them I want it medium well. I get it bloody. I tell them I want it brown all the way through. It's still bloody.
Just
But
so you know, when we move out there, it's a lot of steak and potato for dinners at my house. Just so you're aware.
that's fine.
So you're aware. If you come
But-
over, I'll make some chicken.
well, see
Let
now,
me-
I think
Let
right
me
now we do.
answer Missy real quick. Right now, I actually have to make 30 angels, and I'll admit, not my pattern. I use Kim Guzman, and that's what they end up looking like. But white on white doesn't really show. And you can get it off YouTube, or you can get it off her website, crochetkim.com. And I have at once 30 of them.
Yep.
If you need
Now-
them by the 15th.
Kelly, another Kelly.
Yes.
Right.
Kelly
But now,
Candy.
one thing I
Cool.
will say is that we have a place down in Corsicana, and it's called Sirloin Stockade. It's a little buffet style place, kind of like a Sizzler, but it's a buffet place. But they do have steaks, and when you go in there, I mean, it's not. That place is definitely not cheap. So basically, for two people with
Well,
two
it was
buffets, about 25, almost $30.
it was three of us, and it was 40 because Chris was with us that day.
I know. Well, you and I have been down there by ourselves.
Not that I remember.
Yeah, we have. But
Okay.
the thing about it is, down there, you know, we ordered a steak, each of them. I don't know why, but for some stupid reason, they forgot about them.
Mm-hmm. Hey, Tyler.
But that's the thing is that those steaks, they're just, I mean, small, like 6-ounce steaks and everything. those there, you definitely have to have some kind of steak sauce with them.
Oh yeah.
Yeah,
I
those.
mean, we got a discount because they food barred.
Yeah,
And I looked at the manager. I said, I've managed fast food, and what the heck?
yep. But
She goes,
and that was the
yeah,
thing,
not happening again.
right. So we hadn't been back since then. Um, and like I said, it's just the fact that this one here, they, no, every time I've gone there, I've never asked for steak sauce.
Oh wow.
I mean, you can get, I think it's what's the 8 ounce steak with baked potato, and I think that's about $18 right there.
Yeah.
But Ken, I guarantee you, you come to this one, they'd probably shoot you for putting steak sauce on it.
Um,
And we're not talking about the staff, we're talking about the customers.
not to change the subject real quick, but did you guys remember uh, Christy Alley from like Cheers, stuff like
Yep.
that? Yeah, I just saw that she died.
What?
Aw.
Yeah, they just announced it like 20 minutes ago. They said.
Really? They had a rumor going around about 6 months ago that she died, and then
Yeah.
it was
Well, this is on.
disproven.
I just checked 4 different news outlets, so it's
Yeah.
real.
Well,
Now
it's,
I
you
did hear
certified it then.
my daughter showed me this yesterday. I haven't heard anything, so I think it's a hoax. But my daughter actually showed me from ABC News. Alan Jackson died yesterday.
That's a hoax.
I said, wait,
Probably.
excuse me?
I would have done heard about it.
I'm like, I would have done heard that one. My phone would have been pooping and a hollering and a spitting and a getting.
Give me a minute. Because I'm going to go find that one.
Yeah.
Because I know he's got health. I know he had health problems, or he's having.
I remember the first time I seen Kirstie Alley act, and that was in North and South, the original one. The miniseries on TV that had 5 days or 7 days of it. That was the first with Patrick Swayze. Now that was in 81, I think. 80, 81. She played Patrick's sister.
All right, I have a question for everybody, and I'm asking because most everybody in here is not coin related people. Mater, or I mean Cajun is, so I still want your input, but you're kind of excluded. Couple in chat, but everybody else. So when I get out to Mater, we set our house up, get it all built. That whole series is done. Next venture in our life is we want to go into rent like a strip mall, a building, have my own brick and mortar store. That's the plan, that's the dream. Instead of working from my house, which I want to do, but I'm going to build it up to anyway. When we get our Alan Jackson as a host, thank you, Joe. Okay.
Yeah, I'm sitting here and I've got.
I couldn't find it on Google, and so I was like, wait, because I think every news outlet would have that one going. If they're going to have Christy Alley, they'd have Alan Jackson for sure.
Yeah, well,
That's
I'm
right
also
up there with like George Strait. But anyway,
what I'm saying is music. So.
Oh yeah, my dream is to have the store. But do you guys think it? Because what me and Miss Money kind of came up with this idea, and I think it's a really good idea. Is for everybody that comes into the store and spends for every $50 you spend, because we know an ounce of silver is almost 30 at this point. Someone comes in and buys an ounce of gold, that's $2,000. But people that come in and buy buffalo nickels and penny, whatever. But for every $50 you spend, we're going to give you raffle tickets. Now, every month, we're going to give away, say, a quarter ounce of gold, or we're going to give away 19 OS VDV penny, or we're going to give away a 1916 dime, or we're going to give away a 5-ounce silver bar. I'm just, for instance, once a month. I mean, now the 1916 Mercury dime is probably going to be like a G4. It's not going to be an MS. Oh my God. It's probably going to be one of those that are just, it's real, it's slab, it's like $600. We're trying to keep it in we're trying to keep it in like a $500 range per giveaway per month. Or you can get a $600 store credit for your gold and silver. she kind of came up with this. You guys think that's a good idea for every $50 you spend? Because I think that will get other people to come to the store versus other stores which are around there. I know there's like a Coins and Comics and Waxahachie. We're not that going to be that far from Dallas. So I'm trying to bring a Dallas crowd in just a little bit, like if they're driving down the highway or the interstate, and get the name out there and things of that nature. For you non-coin people, is that something that you guys would be like, hey, I'm at least going to go check this out to see what it's all about? Would you at least
I
walk
like
in?
that. Yeah, I like that idea. That sounds good.
Like, we give out maybe a 10-ounce bar and then something else. Or if I give out a 5-ounce bar, we give like $200 in store credit. Or, or we'll have a grab bag worth of $500 worth of silver or something in it, mystery bag or something. Something.
The first time I would do it, for the first year, I'd space it out to every 2 months because
but we're still
that way you get more coming in and are able to get the revenue towards.
I'm trying to make it as fair as possible because you're going to have the guys that come in that are all about $10,000 a time that they walk in the store. Then there's going to be people like me. Sometimes I walk in with $50 to $100 because that's how much I can afford. When I was first starting, now I walk in with like $2,000 every time I go to it. I'm not even going to lie. That's what I walk in with. Unless it's business money, then I walk in with more because of inventory.
Yeah.
But if it's just for me, I'm looking for certain things. But if it's for the business, I'm just like, you know what? I'll just take that whole top shelf and let's go. Yeah, kind of thing. But every 2 months sounds good. But we wanted.
That's what I'm saying. For the first year, like you open, say you come down here, get everything set up, and you get a storefront in April. Okay, so that's the 4th month of the year.
Oh.
So then in 6, 8, 10, all the way through until April of the next year, and then you say, okay, we've been open a year now, so now we can go to every month.
Okay, yeah, and then Ken was saying, Ken, PCGS 911 coin, proof 70. I don't know if this is too high for you. It's the only one I found. If it is, I'll tell him no. But I found one today with an Havasu. He has it, but he will not let me have it for less than 85. And so it would be 90 shipped to you because I have to charge you the 5 for shipping with tracking. If that's too high, I understand. I will keep looking. Well, it is a metal. Honestly, that's normal retail. But if you were to ever go like to sell it to a dealer, you'd probably get about 65 for it. Just letting you know where it's at. I'm giving you the whole spectrum. That way, it's something that you'd want to say. But if it's too high, I'm going to keep looking. I'm always looking. But he said 85 for me because he had it for 100. But he said for me 85. I was trying to get him down to 75, but he would not pass $15.
Wouldn't budge on it.
Hey, you tried. That's doing good.
Yeah.
I mean, I got 15 off because he had it for 100. It's a perfect coin. The problem is I don't know when I'm gonna get back to Lake Havasu. So if it's something you want, and I'll just pick it up and hang on to it. Doesn't mean you got to pay me right away, but I'd let you know I'll get it when I can. If not, I'll just keep looking. I just want to know what price range are you okay with? Because a 70 is a perfect coin. You cannot get no better than a 70. A 70 is this, the grade.
Yeah.
This is
Focus.
Oh my gosh, my hand wants to stop.
Okay.
Hey, see ya.
Here you go, money.
Yeah. Okay. It's fine. I'm going to keep trying ungraded in the box and everything. You're looking about 50 to 60. So if that's more of your forte and you want to send it off or you want to have me send it off to be graded, I can send it with a bunch of stuff, and then it's only, $19 to send it off. If I send it with a bunch of my coins, if I send it off for yourself, you got to pay for all the shipping and crazy crap that they charge you. Mater knows.
Yep.
So, but I'm just checking, not to try to beat a dead horse. I know it's been months and months, but I'm still looking. Just like I'm still looking for a 1916 Dean Burke dime and a G4 for $550. I told the guy it's probably never going to happen, but I'm looking because that's his limit on a G4 key date Merc dime, which Cajun can tell you that's the dime you want. If you're going after a dime, that's the
Merc and a 42 over 41.
I'd probably take that one before the 1916, in all honesty.
Well, a friend of mine, they sent me an email with a picture of a 1942, and he said, "Is this worth anything?" And I got to looking at it. I blew it up. I said, "Yeah, I think that's a 42 over 41." I says, "If you want to send it so I can confirm it, but I see it." And I said, "Or you can confirm it." So he did. He's up in Canada, and that was what channel was that? I forgot. I'll think about it later. Anyway, I think he sold it for 1,500 or something.
That sounds about right. So do me a favor, guys. When you go to Walmart, they love putting new bills in when you pay at the self-checkout crap. Do me a favor, because Kiki got these today, brand spanking new. I'm probably going to send these off to be graded. It's not worth it, but it is to me. I'll explain why it is to me in a minute. So these here, and Cajun can tell, if this thing would focus, Cajun will tell you exactly why. Cajun will tell you exactly. Someone blow me up and don't unblow me. I'll let Crystal or Mater figure that one out.
Oh,
Okay.
That just went so sideways. So sideways.
Yep.
So Cajun can tell you why I'm keeping these bills.
Yeah, I would.
Here's the other one. Basically, for those that don't see it, there's only 3 numbers in the whole serial number. It is a high serial number. That's why it's not worth me getting them graded. But the reason I'm doing it is because I'm going to be sending off stuff anyway. So these came in change. So always check your brand new bills before folding them, because Kiki almost folded these, but I smacked enough times where she got it through a thick skull that she gives them to me now. And I'm like, I owe you $2. And she looked at them and was like, you owe me $2. Now, right now, the way these are, yes, they're 2017s. They're just dollar bills. But with the serial numbers, they're only worth $3 a piece. That's all they're worth.
Yep.
But if I send them off to be graded, and if these come back as 68 or higher, which I don't think they will. The reason I don't think they will is because I've already looked at them, and the way it's lined up here, you can kind of see it's a little off cut. Yeah, not much, but it's just enough, especially up right here, just a little off cut to where that'll affect the grade. So it's not going to be a 68, but if it was a 68, these $1 bills just became $100.
Yep.
A 65 to 67, these are about $30. It's not worth me sending off to be graded because I'll break even. The reason I'm doing it is to preserve them.
Yep.
That's the only reason I'm doing it. Plus, I'm already getting ready to send more stuff off anyway. I'm just going to throw the
Well, that's, you're talking about that. This is like, what I wound up having a few months ago.
Mm-hmm.
And I've gone into Walmart. Crystal was saying that, hey, one of your mom's prescriptions is ready. Okay, fine. Hey, Shade Tree. So anyway, I wound up going into Walmart, going to the pharmacy, and it was like $10, $11, something, or about $8 or $9, something like that. Okay, so I hand the lady a $20 bill. Well, she doesn't have a 10. She hands me 2 5s. That's like, okay, part of the change. I get them, and I hadn't done anything, I hadn't folded them or anything like that. And it's like, I get the change, put it in my pocket, and it's like, these bills are really crisp. I try and look at them, and they're both sequentially numbered and star notes.
Oh, damn. I hope you kept them.
Right, and you sent me the sleeves and everything for them.
Yeah, that's right.
So, so it's like, and money, when I told him about them, I sent him pictures, okay? He was saying that those right there, without even being graded, is probably about $7 or $8 a piece.
Yeah, but because of but he'd have to sell them sequential. So he could ask 16 to 20 for them. a high retail for those would be double the face, but because they're sequential and they're star notes.
Right. And that's what's bringing the money up. Now, I can send them off to get graded.
But he'd be like me. He would. I'm just gonna let you guys know now. He'd be like me, but he's gonna break even on them. Who's calling me now?
Right.
Hey, Chef Scott.
But that's the thing about those right there. Yeah, William, you can look. It doesn't matter what denomination bill. It could be on the 1, 5, 10, 20, 50, or $100 bill. What you're looking at mainly is serial number. Okay, that's the first thing you want to look at. You want to see if it's a high one, low number. Hey, Jamie.
Hi,
Hey,
Jamie.
Jamie, I'm talking about you in the video of the Christmas lights we had. And but anyways, you want to look at serial numbers. You want to see if it's a star note, okay? And there's a website out there you can go to, and you can check, and you can put in there. First, you're going to put in a denomination, then you're going to put the serial number in there, and it's going to tell you, the run size and everything, and how rare that bill is. It'll have the scale and everything, tell you if it's rare or if it's one of those everyday ones. If it's an everyday one, yeah, you're looking at just face
Now,
value.
if you want Mater, it's up to you. You would have to send them to me. If you want, I'll send your $5 bills out when I go to send this stuff out. But I'm not doing it until January. I'm not doing it during the Christmas holidays.
Right. But the thing about it is,
that's asking for it to be.
Right. I will pay for the grading and everything for you because I know you guys are struggling, but I'll do it for you if you want.
Yeah.
It's up to you guys. You just talk about it. Let me know.
Right. I know. I appreciate that. But it's also the fact, Williams, that there's other things that you've got to look at. Unusual serial numbers. You could have radars. You could have the forwards and backwards. You could have all same number.
Now, there are some coin shops, and I will be one of them, because I will not have time for this. You can cherry pick the crap out of me, and I won't have time to cherry pick every currency that comes in unless it's older. I won't have time to cherry pick all the new stuff. I won't have time to cherry pick all the silver quarters, dimes, and nickels if you guys are looking for semi-keys. I'll be your guy. I'm telling you, come to my shop. There's probably key dates in the dump bin because I'm not that guy to sit there all day because I'm going to have too much to do cherry picking coins.
I would.
You can come on in and cherry pick me all you want.
Yeah.
Hell, most when I first started for like the first year or two, you're just coming to the house and cherry picking because I'll just open my cases will always be open.
And the thing about it is, I'm going to have an expert there telling me yes or no on it.
Pretty much,
yeah.
Because quarters are $5, the halves are 10. Well, depending on what halves they are, dimes are 2. Your 40%ers are going to be $3 a piece. But if you find a 70D and I missed it, well, that $3 half dollar just became $30 for you. You're welcome.
That's just like these 2 rolls of the 82 pennies.
Oh, I can't wait to do those.
Yeah, I haven't opened them up, but there could be some in there that is worth some money in there.
It's just like I got this whole bin right here. This is the only copper pennies I have. Not much. It's just right here. But I can tell you, there's some 82s in here. If they're 82s, I weigh them. If they're copper, they go in. I don't look at large, small, or anything up. I don't do it. Right. You could probably so this is already something you could cherry pick. Because if it's a copper penny, it's in here. I don't have time for it.
Now, let me ask you this, buddy. Say I go over to.
Hey, this is for Missy.
That's pretty.
Yep.
I kind of want 2 of them now.
But anyways,
hey, honey, let me make the other 29 out of the 30.
I'm not going to have you make me any because I'd want them for the Christmas tree, and it's too close to Christmas. So next year would be fun.
Yeah, no, that would be. I would make them, and
you got all summer. Next summer sometime.
Yeah, I'll make them and get them out there.
But anyways, now let me ask you this: Now, on these rolls of pennies, what should they, if they're, what should they weigh?
Those are
What?
not, Anthony, those aren't pewter. There's a 43 steel penny. Please give them to grandkids, nephews. I'm tired of them. I've got a whole mason jar full of them that I sell for 3 cents a piece, and I can't get rid of the stupid things. I'm about to give them back to the bank.
Now, the only one, Anthony, that you would want to look for is a 44 steel penny.
Yeah, because there's only like 10 known.
Right, you got to look at the date on them. Now, if it says 43, yeah, they're only worth about 3 cents. But if you ever found one that's dated 44, then you got some serious money there.
Let me tell you about wheat pennies real quick, and I'll answer his question. And let me tell you about buffalo nickels. I will give you face value. Please give them back to the bank. Coin dealers will not tell you this to your face. I'm that guy. I will. Spend them. Get rid of them. We don't want to see them. We're tired of them.
I'm sorry, just the way you went from here to here.
Oh, seriously, I can't stress that enough.
Yep.
People, I don't know how many times people go, I have silver nickels. Okay, well, that might be true. Are they in the 40s? No, they're in the 20s. It's got an Indian on it. Oh, give it away, please.
Yeah. Like I showed you one the other day, and you're like, oh, no, go.
Anyway, get back to your question. Sorry.
But anyways, what should they wear? What should the roll of pennies weigh? If, say, because I know you said that, 40, the 82 copper is going to weigh a certain amount. And I'm just wondering if I got a gram scale and everything, which means I'd have to go to Harbor Freight because I guess they have them.
Well,
what should they?
Okay, so a copper penny should weigh at least 3 grams. It could be 3.1 and 3.2. So you take the 3 grams times 50, that's 150 grams. You add the paper that's rolled into it, that's going to be about another 4 grams-ish. So you should be within the ballpark of 160, 162 if the whole roll is copper. Now, 82s are mixed, so it's hard to do that until you weigh individual, because you could be mixing the copper with the zinc, and the zinc is only 2.5 grams, but it's still high enough to where it could spread. So, your 19s, 20s is, please get that to a grandkid and get them started. Unless it's a 22, no D. That is the only one. If you have a 22 no D, I'll offer you $400 without even looking at it. Because I'm going to get that thing graded. Trust me, I'm going to make about $2,000 on it. And a low grade. 22Ds are like right up there with the 09 SVDB that you hear Cajun talking about. The other one that is even bigger than the 09 SVDB is a 55 double die. Now, I'm not talking poor man's double die where it looks like it could be. No. I'm talking about where there's 4 different 5s on that date. Those go for about $4,000 raw. And yeah, Miss Carol, just so you know, your silver nickels, and melt. A lot of dealers don't like silver nickels because of 35%. A lot of dealers don't like 40%. We will still buy them because our wholesalers will buy them. But however we buy them from you, we have to sell them at $1,000 face before a wholesaler will buy them back.
Yep.
So some dealers don't even deal in 40% anymore. Now me, if it's silver, pick me. I'm here. Yeah, I love them. I love nickels because a tube of worn nickels is like $50. You've got about a little over 2 ounces of silver. That's the best way to get silver in your stack. The cheapest route, because even if you go with 1 ounce generic rounds, you're going to pay $26, $27. You're paying almost $60. I just told you can get a tube of worn nickels that's the same amount of silver, almost a little more, for $50.
Yep. Now,
yes, Anthony, there is a 77 double stamp dime out there. There's not very many notes, so that's another one when it comes to the.
Right. Well, William, he was asking, what is, pewter? Okay. During World War II, when we got involved in it, of course, with the brass and everything, that's a mixture of different metals, and copper is one of them. So instead of, what the military did was they wound up going to um, the mint and say, hey, we need the copper. That way we can manufacture all the casings and everything for the war. So the mint goes, okay, fine. Well, what can we do? Because this was all in 42 when they coming up with all this. Because mind you, we got involved in December of 41. So the Army's trying to get rolled going. So they're needing it, copper and all metals like that for the war effort.
Copper and nickel were the
Right.
two main ones.
Right. Copper and nickel. I know I was getting to that. Okay. Just bear with me on that money. I mean,
Both.
but anyway, so they wound up going to the mint and said, hey, what can you do? So they said, okay, fine. We're going to find something else that we can mint pennies out of. That way you've got the copper. So they came up with zinc. It's not pure. It's zinc plated. So it's, basically the same material. It's used on uh, different types of fasteners, like right now, for keeping them from rusting.
It's
Okay,
steel pennies with
right,
a zinc coating.
right. So that's what they had to come up with. Now, as far as nickel, because that's what all our nickels were, made out of, they needed that for lining the barrels of rifles and stuff like that. Because nickel is a key
Hey,
component.
Junkyard.
Correction.
And what?
Our nickels are 95% copper. They're only sprayed on nickel.
Okay, but anyways, so they also wound up doing it. Was it 43 and 44, or was it 44 and
40,
45?
42, 43, 44, and 45, they make silver nickels.
Yep,
Okay,
35% silver.
Right, but because of that, silver is like, hey, we got this, semi-precious metal that nobody really wants. We'll make
It wasn't precious back then.
right. It was like, no big deal. So back during World War II, you could probably get what, a pound of silver for what, about $20,
or less.
Yeah, that's how common, and like nobody wanted
because
silver.
You got to remember they were still in World War II. All of your coins in the register were 90% silver.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So it was like no big deal. So they decided, okay, we'll start making the nickels out of silver also. That way it could go for the copper and nickel could actually go for the war effort.
Mm-hmm. But yeah, the reason I became a dealer is because I got fascinated in currency. Because how he was talking about World War II. Well, there's a reason we have fractional currency: 1 cent, 2 cent, 3 cent, 5 cent, 25 cent, 50 cent paper money. Because in the Civil War, they used all the coins, the copper, the brass, and everything else for the military, for the Union, and what have you, and the Confederates. So they came up with fractional currency on paper. So when people tell me, oh, and if anybody tells me you've got a $3 bill or $4 bill, I'll be the first to buy it. Because, yes, they actually made a $3 bill and they actually made a $4 bill. So if you ever hear anything, well, that's as fake as a $4 bill, they'll lie to you about anything because they actually made one, just like they made a $3 bill. They made 2-cent pennies, 3-cent nickels called a trickle. They made 3-cent dimes called a trime. They made 20-cent coins. They made half cents. They made large cents. They made $20 coins, $10 coins, $5 coins, $2 50-cent coins,
$2.50 coins.
Yeah, $2.50.
Those were gold. All those are gold.
That's gold. That like what you see over here on my calendar. That right there is this is a $10 coin that's on the calendar. It's 1933. Ken, hang on. You want $1 million bills? I got the Dark Lord.
Hey, I like Junkyard's question better.
The wooden nickels were something that they came out with. The history on those is
Just don't take it from an Indian.
now you're talking about Prohibition era, because wooden nickels, the main purpose was to buy liquor illegally through the Prohibition. It came like wildfire, and they used them for many, many other things, but the main reason they used them in the early 1900s was for Prohibition. And you'd have to go to certain spots to get, you'd have to get certain spots to get these wooden nickels. So yes, I'm not big into collecting wooden nickels, casino chips, things of that nature from old casinos. I will if somebody sells them to me, but it's not something I'm going out and looking for.
I want a wooden nickel.
How many you want? Ron got a 5-gallon bucket full of the stupid things. Of course he did.
Hey, Money,
Yes.
you got a little drill?
Got a little drill.
Put buttonholes in them.
Oh yeah, huh?
And when Miss Money and like this angel right here, I could sit here and take one of the tails and sew it through, and it could go in a buttonhole on a jacket.
Right, and there are people that do collect just like the casino tokens, like Cajun knows what I'm talking about. I'm not talking about the casino chips, the casino tokens, the ones that silver in the middle, brass around.
Right.
Casino chips are something different that people collect as well. I'm talking about the tokens because they are silver, and people collect one of each one of those. People do collect wooden nickels. There is people out there, just like how people collect Pepsi, Coke, memorabilia. There are people out there that have collections of wooden nickels. Now, once you start getting into collection series, yeah, there you're talking a lot of money. But that market is so limited, it's hard to find somebody that's willing to buy it off of you to resell.
Yeah.
I have a silver Coke cap somewhere, but it's just like the Coca-Cola cap, but it's a 1 ounce silver Coke cap.
You still got the box and the COA and everything?
Uh-huh.
Oh, nice. I like those. I had this one guy that was in our show last time I did a gun show. He had the Coke, the Pepsi, the Fanta, and the Mountain Dew. He had all 4 of them, and he had SP70 from PCGS on it. And I went, and he was selling it as a collection. I said, "How much you want for it?" He said, $450, and I went, "Okay, yeah, that's the that's about the." Well, no, it's a high retail price, so he was right, but I figured dealer to dealer, he'd give me a break on it.
No.
Now, me personally,
Like I said, he
What
can
do I
have
think?
all of mine. Like I said, he can have all of mine.
I know one I'd like to ship out there.
Yeah, I know. That's who I'm thinking about too. You have to go up north of Dallas to find her.
No. Because I told you what would happen if I had to go find her.
Yeah, I know. Oh, you want to send your ex?
Yes, Tommy, they were
No.
all in circulation for a short time. The $3 bills, the $4 bills. The only ones that when they made them, $500 bills were in circulation for a short time. $1,000 did not were for a short time. The only ones, the $10,000 bill was in circulation, but that was mainly in the big cities.
The bank to bank.
The $5,000 bill. Now the $100,000 bill, that was never in circulation. That strictly went from bank to bank.
Financial.
But there is a few out there graded by PCGS. The last one that sold at Heritage Auction, The $100,000 bill was an MS-64, and it went for $4.79 million.
Wow, that's a good investment.
Yeah, okay. Yeah, I don't got that kind of money
A
going on.
$100,000 bill worth almost $5 million.
Yeah. So yes, the $3 bill, the $4 bill, they were all in circulation for a short time. They all lived their life. Now there is such a thing as a $2 silver certificate, but it's from 1891. Because so anybody that tells me they have a $2 silver certificate, the first thing I want to hear is what year is it from. If anybody tells me it's 19 something, you misspoke. So they did make some back in the late 1800s of $2 bill silver certificates, but that was another very short run.
Uh-huh.
So now that, and that's another thing we're tired of. Will y'all please go buy some $2 bills from the bank and start spending them, mofos? Man, I'm tired of people bringing me $2 bills going, this is gotta be worth a lot of money. I'll give you $2 for it. But I'm gonna put it in my wallet and go get an ice cream.
Yeah, that's about all they're worth.
That's it. Even the red seals, unless they're in good condition, they're only $5 or $6. I mean, it's ridiculous. The top 5 coins the dealer hates: wheat pennies, buffalo nickels. We really, really don't like Kennedy half dollars unless they're silver, and even the silver ones were like, nah. We really don't like $2 bills.
Nope.
Unless they're red seal, and even then we don't really want them. We're hoping that you give those away because we're going to offer you $3 to $4 and try to sell it for $5 to $6. It's not
okay. So I need to go get my stash envelope and just start spending them.
The only way a $2 bill is going to be worth money if the serial numbers are funky or older. You know, I mean,
like
the early, yeah, like Maters, or if it's in a greater holder and it's a 69 or what have you.
Or it's like the condition I have those $1 bills in right now. If it's in that kind of condition, I'm your guy all day.
Yeah.
If it's got a fold in it, please give it to the bank.
And try to borrow.
We want to give it to you. Come on.
We try to borrow something. That's all right. You'll get face value for them, Ken.
It's like, like for me.
As soon as money sees you walking up, he's going to see. Light a cigar with those.
We're closed.
Yeah, he'll put the close sign on. Now, I mean, it's like when I was working out at Scarborough, I had a guy come up and he wound up buying a couple of drinks. Now we were selling a 20-ounce Coke and everything for $2.50. Now I don't set the price on that. That's what they wanted. But the guy hands me a $5 bill, and I looked at it, and I looked at it because it looked kind of funny. Everything was in red. Instead of being the serial number and the seal being in green, it was in red. And instead of saying Federal Reserve note, it said United States note on it.
Huh.
Now, I still have that. I took a $5 bill out of my pocket, exchanged it right then and there. I still have that $5 bill.
Now, the $5 bill you want to find is the one with the yellow seals on it.
Now, that's gold.
That's a gold note.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, I forgot one coin that dealers hate that we give to kids. Unless they're silver, don't bring us Ike dollars because all we're going to do is go to the grocery store with them and go grocery shopping.
Unless you're doing a book.
Yep.
Yeah, unless you're doing a book, nobody wants an Ike dollar unless it's 40% silver.
Hey, Kennedy.
Right here, this one's silver. People want this one. It's a silver Ike. It's a bicentennial. People want this one.
Or the 73s, I think it is.
Yeah, well,
that are rare. That are more rare.
Only the proof ones are the rare ones. The
regular, the uncirculated ones too. Those go for a good amount of money if they in MS-69, MS-70.
Right.
The 73s, because there's not a lot of high grade 73s out there.
I just answered them, Mater.
Okay, I see it. Yeah, that's what as far as I know, yes, the reader should actually tell as far as what denomination is. I mean, it's got to be able to tell the difference between a $1 bill and $100 bill.
Yep. Yeah, it knows what they are.
Right.
The only ones that will spit out on the self checkout robots is it'll spit out if someone tries to spin the blue seals, the silver seal, or somebody tries to spin the red seals, because then it's going to count it fake.
Yep.
Because it's a robot, it's not used to those colored seals.
According to the robot programming, it's not there. It is not it's not valid.
Right.
So it's just going to go bloop and come out.
Yep.
Yep.
That's just like Cajun was talking about going to like Coinstar.
Yeah, Briggs, you're right though. I'm sorry, real quick. Briggs, you're right. A wooden nickel and today is probably worth more than the money I got in my wallet.
Right. But the thing about it,
anyway.
Right, because Cajun talks about going to Walmart and inside you got that Coinstar where people, they'll come in there and they'll put all the coins and everything in it.
Don't change.
Right, it'll dump all their change and everything. They're not even looking at it. And the thing about it is most of the time on the side is where you've got all the rejected coins. And that's coins that is something not exactly correct. The machine doesn't recognize. It'll dump them out. And Cajun was talking about how him and Johnny had gone to one and found a W quarter in a reject.
I found one first, and that's the first. I have in the coin community. There was no such thing as back then as somebody finding a W in a coin store. In change, yeah, but not in a coin store.
Right.
And that was in the reject tray.
Yeah.
And then about 6 months later, Johnny found a W quarter in the coin store.
Yeah, Ken, there's several videos out there on YouTube about horror stories of people spending a $2 bill. There was a guy that he actually gone into a little food court at the mall, and he wanted something small. I think he went to like a Taco Bell or something like that. Ordered something, and it was like $1. It was less than $2. He had a $2 bill on him. He figured, okay, he'll spend that. They did not think it was real. The cashier says, no, this is fake. It's not real. Even had the manager come over and say, we're sorry, but I can't accept this. It's not real money. The guy says, well, the only thing I've got is a $100 bill. He says, no, we can't take that in. It's too big. He said, well, you've got to take this. They wound up actually calling the police, saying the guy is trying to pay with counterfeit money. Police come, they investigate it, look at the $2 bill, handcuff the guy, take him to jail, and mind you, they're also calling Secret Service. The guy's sitting in the jail. Secret Service, the guy's in the holding cell. Secret Service guys show up, they look at it, and they go, you're holding this guy for a $2 bill? And they go, yeah, I mean, he's trying to pass fake, he's trying to, pay with counterfeit. Yeah, thank you. And the Secret Service guys are going, it's real.
Yeah.
They laid him out.
Yeah.
There's been so many different horror stories I've seen out there on YouTube. People paying with $2 bills and people think they're fake. The weird thing about it is, if you go to the Monticello or Jefferson, his home and everything, you buy something, say it's $1. You hand them a $5. They will hand you back two $2 bills.
Yep.
They hand out $2 bills all day long as change. Oh boy, Chef.
What?
But yeah, I mean, that's the thing. There's a lot of people don't realize $2 bills. They've been around since what, 1800s at least.
Yeah, they're legal U.S. currency. I mean,
They're legal. They are legal U.S. tender. It's just like any of your say $1 silver certificates, the $2 red seal, $5 red seal, say a $5 yellow certificate or gold certificate. Those are still they're still legal tender as far as purchasing. There's no expiration date on them. So if say if I wanted to go and get, now I don't know, I'm pretty sure they have, let's say a $20 horse blanket. Okay, I could take that bill over to Walmart. I could buy $20 worth of groceries legally because it's still legal tender.
yep.
Now, would it be worth me doing that? Hell no, because that bill is worth a lot
There
more
is
money.
one exception to this rule, guys. And I actually had an older gentleman bring it to me, and he got mad, but he finally came back and asked me why. He had a $20 bill, gold seal, payable in gold coin. It was a 1923 gold, so it was a large note. He said, "What is this worth?" I said, "Absolutely nothing." He got mad. He's like, "It's not even worth $20 anymore." I said, "No, I'll tell you why." He came back after he looked around for it. He said, "Okay, tell me why this." I said, "Because even though it's all ripped up and it was tore up, it was ripped all the way, it was in pieces." I said, "That's not the reason it's not worth anything. You could still tape it." And I said, "But because you put it all back together and you laminated it, the lamination just devalued the whole thing.
Yeah.
If you would have taped it, it would have still been worth $20. Being a lamination, it is something that I would take from you, and I would have it out for display just to talk. It would be a conversational piece. I couldn't even sell it because it's not worth nothing.
Yep.
Because you laminated it." And he's like, "Well, I didn't know that." I said, "Well, now you do."
Now,
And unfortunately, it was a colorized $20 note that was a horse, and even ripped up, taped. I would have offered him $50 for it.
Hi, Jamie.
hey Jamie,
And unfortunately, it wasn't. I couldn't even give him $1 because there was nothing there.
right?
It was
Because
all there. It was
value
in
on it-
pieces, but it was laminated. It's just like if you laminate your Social Security card. Some people do. Technically, it's supposed to deface the stupid thing.
Oh no,
Really,
technically, it's not worth.
But-
It's not even worth any the money you
Yeah,
spent to
so-
eliminate it.
you can't. And if anybody brings me something laminated as currency, you just deface the whole thing. There's nothing we can do with it.
right.
Any dealer, there's nothing you can do with it.
And technically, on Social Security card, it says on there, "Do not laminate."
Yep.
It does say on the Social Security card that you're not supposed to laminate it at
I
all.
miss Jamie.
I have my Social Security card laminated, but that thing is so old. Even on the bottom it says not used for identification.
Right, but it also says on there, "Do not laminate."
I saw
That
that.
one.
I've seen a few with the people
In
that I
fact-
haul.
When I got it in, the post office laminated it for me.
Well, Cajun, we're not as old as dirt.
Oh,
you.
okay.
Now, there is one Social Security card I love looking at, and those are the ones back from the 10s and 20s when they were metal.
Yep.
I love those ones.
And the weird thing about it is, now there's places out there that you can actually get one made in metal. Okay, like I said, there's places that would do that for you. But
Yay!
those are not even recognized at all.
But so how's
Like I
Miss
said-
Jamie?
What's going on?
Hey, Miss Jamie.
I see a whole bunch of laundry behind you.
Wait, what? Oh, those are towels and blankets. Yeah, I'm kind of in the midst of like putting this house in storage right now
Ah,
because I'm moving. So
So is your engine still in your kitchen?
Yeah, that's gonna go in storage.
Oh, okay.
It'll be one of the last things in storage so she can access it real quick.
Now I think the last thing going in storage is gonna be my bed.
Oh yeah.
Where are you moving close around, or are you moving out of state?
I'm putting all my stuff in storage in Texas, and then I have my RV in Huntsville right now. So I'm gonna live in my RV in Huntsville, Alabama.
Why are you deciding to downgrade? Because you're not home very often, or?
Oh, I'm not downgrading. I'm just going. I'm moving for the military to Huntsville, but I'm still gonna live in Texas. So
Oh, okay,
I'm
okay,
gonna be
okay.
back and forth because I'm building my retirement house here.
Oh, okay, okay, okay.
You
I'm
ever
just
figured
curious.
out where you gonna put roots down yet in Texas?
There's a couple places, but yeah,
So
probably.
you haven't got it finalized yet.
She's gonna find some land. She's gonna buy the land. She's gonna go off grid and tell everybody leave me the fuck alone.
Well, I already got the land. We got the land portion down pat to where I gotta go
Oh,
buy it out.
oh,
But
that's the
I need,
hard.
but I
That's the
need,
hard part.
but I need an intermediate place for when I retire. So it's gonna be probably Hillsboro, or Joshua.
So is your RV? Is it a fifth wheel or is it actual RV?
Oh, it's a travel trailer. It's a big one. It's got a washer and dryer and everything. It's
Oh, okay.
Right. So you got
You got the
you
type I
got
want.
so what she's
Ah,
got is one of those towable. She's got Class A, I think.
yeah,
oh,
which I will never tow it with an OBS 351 again.
Oof.
That bad?
It weighs. I mean, it's not bad. I don't want to say it's bad towing that thing. But I want to like take my kids camping. I mean, I have like two other seats, so that's why I got the Cummins
how many? How many kids you got, honey?
too. They're older, but still. I mean, that's why I got the Cummins because it's got a back seat and it's got a fifth wheel hitch. It's got a gooseneck hitch, so I can tow any piece of equipment I want. And it's got like, yeah, it's good.
My personal opinion, I love the Cummins motors because to me those things
And
are just built to last.
and
Yep.
it's four wheel drive because both of my 7.3 diesel OBS and my 5.8 gas OBS are it's only single density. My diesel OBS is slow as all get out, but will tow what the Cummins will tow. But my gas OBS is a little bit more sane on the highway. It won't tow what the 7.3 OBS was. So I sold my 4-door Rubicon that made a scene,
That
Yeah.
was nice.
Yeah.
and then I ended up getting the a Dodge Cummins 2500.
Now you said it's got fifth wheel and gooseneck in it.
I got both of them. Yes, I got the fifth. I towed someone's fifth wheel this weekend. If you look on my Instagram.
Well, I would, but I'm not on Instagram.
But
I should be, but I'm not.
hold on,
Yeah.
let me pull up a picture.
I don't
I mean-
think I'm following you on Instagram.
Anyway, I am on Instagram, but I haven't even looked at that, and I don't know how many months now.
That's like my only thing right now is what I do is Instagram, because I just yes. I mean,
Because how your life is, that's the easiest to deal.
Right.
sorry, I'm like medicated out right now, so if I sound
Okay, I'm gonna blow her up. So
no. This is the so
yeah,
I
that way we can see it. Okay.
So you got the hideaway gooseneck in there too. I mean, yeah, the gooseneck.
yeah, it just drops right in there. And hold on, let me find a better picture of the whole setup because it was a triaxle trailer with a 3,300 pound tongue weight.
Right.
I was like, well, this is going to test the squat, but it's got that auto leveling system in the truck. So
Because the reason I was asking on that is because I know gooseneck and fifth wheel are totally separate. They're
Yeah.
different.
That's a
Yeah, they're
big
different.
camper.
That's
Oh,
a big one.
oh, and the slide is out, so pardon the slide.
Damn.
Oh yeah.
That's a nice trailer.
But
Yeah.
so I moved that for a friend, and then I put this thing on my trailer, which was a mistake because that thing weighs 9,000 pounds, and though the truck can pull it, I 100% hurt my trailer, which was I'm an idiot. But it's a very nice piece. Man, this thing was freaking awesome running it.
Back up. Yep.
Yeah, I was digging out sewer shit. Sewer crap. Sorry.
I went.
The horse stuff.
Yeah, I was digging out laterals for the septic. So
Rachel's on the road again. Everybody running high.
So I'll find a better picture of the truck. It seems like a trailer's been living behind this truck since I bought it. Like I have not. Most of my miles have been towing, and
Rachel's got that EV rig fully charged now.
But
Yeah, if you're trying stuff, tell everybody that you're gonna start charging them $50 a mile.
but I was
And that's just to get to their house.
Yep.
But yeah, I do. It's very interesting now. I have a contemporary vehicle selling stuff. I was gonna get a Godzilla F-250. That's what I was looking at. I placed in an order, and the problem is the Dodge dealer and the Ford dealer are all the same in one area or one location. And I went to the Ford dealer to look at. I was looking at the Cummins, the Power Strokes, or not. I was looking at the Godzillas, the Power Strokes. They only had a very couple of them, so I put in an order for a new one to one that for my needs. And then they had a couple Cummins over the Dodge section, and I was like, well, they had a 3500 that I was looking at, but it was a long bed, and it didn't have the fifth wheel and gooseneck hitch. And then I was looking at the 2500, which is the 6.5 foot bed, but they had the fifth wheel and the gooseneck. And I'm like, you know what? I'll take this one.
Yep.
So,
I remember a while back I missed I thought would have been perfect. It was I think it's 2000, it's either 2006 or 2007 Ram 3500 four-door dually, and they were wanting I think like $8,000 for it. I'm going, what the hell's wrong with it? And the biggest problem was it had a 360 in it. It didn't have the 5.9 Cummins. So I'm going.
so wait, what year was it?
Like either like an 05 or an 06.
The 360. I don't know. If only when the 360 went away. It might have been the Hemi.
No, it was. Well, it might have been, but all I know is that it was not diesel. It was gas. I'm going. Damn, I wish I could have jumped on that.
Because they had the V10 in like 1 year of the third gen Dodge, and I think that was like 03. They had the V10 Magnum.
Right.
Yeah, I know they had the 5.7 Hemi in all of them, and it was probably a two-wheel drive fully.
Like I said, I know it was dually. Eek, no, no, we hadn't had a chance to do that. I still got to talk to the claims adjuster, and tomorrow I'm calling the sheriff, Dallas County Sheriff, so I can get a copy of the report for the accident and everything.
But they took away 5 business days, and that happened on
Tuesday.
Yeah. So
Yep.
Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Monday, Tuesday.
Yep. So right now, like I said, we've got, and now we're still driving it because thank goodness that record driver that hauled her vehicle off, he actually pulled the bumper out to where I could drive it.
Yeah, and we need to talk to whoever fixes it to include new tire.
Yeah.
Because just that quarter half mile we drove, it literally took off rubber from the inside because we were burning.
Right. And no, I'm not trying to win a prize for that. No. That's not 710. But no.
Red.
Yeah.
Yeah, 17.
Like I said, it's a fact is that she was being the one being very aggressive. Now, one thing I wish I had done that morning was gone and taken this little thing right here, this little 16 gig SD card, the micro, and gotten it cleared out because that card there was totally filled up and had it in the dash cam. That way I could have recorded it and hey, but I'll put it like this. The other day, Crystal and I went up going, we had to go to Walmart and I told her, hey, I found a dash cam at Walmart. It has a forward and reverse camera on it.
Yeah,
And
and you do have to hit the button to make it start recording manually.
Actually, no. In the instructions after I looked at it, it says if it comes on by ignition, which is what the power cord and everything is in, it will automatically start. It will automatically turn on and start recording.
Okay.
And the only thing I've got to do is get everything set up to where it will do a loop recording. So once the SD card is full, it'll start, basically wipe all that out and start recording all over again.
Yeah, I would tell you where we bought our camera system from, but it's high dollar stuff.
Now this one here was like $40 at Walmart.
Yep,
Yeah, I've got right for $1,000 setup in the semi.
Yeah, well, you've got a lot more money you got to try and protect. That's why. I can understand. Yeah, I mean, not only have you got the rig itself, you've got the trailer, but you've also got the product that you're carrying. That's why.
Uh-huh.
So yeah, no, it's not going to be 3 front ends. This only makes a second one on that, but it's going to be the passenger side, not the driver's side.
Not his fault.
Right, it's not my fault.
It'd be different if it was Mater's fault. then you can call him, but it's not his fault.
Right. I mean, the 3 that I've been involved in, right, like I said, the 3 that I've been involved in, not been my fault. I mean,
it's these stupid Texas drivers that just like to climb on top of you.
Right, and the thing about it is, this one here, Crystal was with me when it happened, so you can tell you that hey, I was not at fault on that at all.
I literally could have reached out and touched the top of her car.
And that was before, right, and that was right before she hit us.
Come on.
And like I said, I was laying on the horn at her, and Crystal, she was yelling out the window to her to move over, and this lady did not want to move over at all. She kept forcing her way in, and it's like, stop and go traffic, no. And I'm not going, I was like, I'm not giving in to her. Yeah, I could have backed off and everything, but it's like, no, when you want to try and force your way in, that right there is like, that's a big no in my book. You don't start forcing your way in and try and cause a wreck. And then when you don't even have car insurance,
All right, I got to bounce. Yeah, I have a 2-minute clip of her sitting there BSing about how we need to give her our insurance
Oh,
because she doesn't have insurance.
Did you
Yeah.
get it? You got it. Wait, you got it all on camera, right?
no,
We
I
didn't get
wouldn't
the
have
actual
video.
accident on camera. We stopped. I got out and I'm going around her car, filming what happened to her car. And good thing about the video is she cannot say somebody else was in the vehicle with her because that's a lie and a half. I see it.
Yep.
And then as I'm walking back to our car after I shut that down, the semi driver is coming up. And she starts in on something. I was like, "Oh yeah, you need our insurance. Go back and go back this way, and I'll get you the insurance cards. I'll make sure you get them." Well, yeah, I need it too. Da, 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 da. Oh, click. Wait a minute. No, I said we have insurance, but I need to have yours too. I don't have insurance. I need you. Oh, wait a minute.
Yeah.
5
Yeah.
different times I verified she did not have insurance,
Right.
and
That's the
she
main reason why. Right. But that's the main reason why the Dallas sheriff had her car towed
yeah.
because she
But
had
I got
no.
to say, Bubba to work, so I'll be back. I'll see y'all later. And you got 5 minutes to shut down anyway, so
Right. I know. That's what I was saying. I'm
bye,
fixing to
guys.
shut it down. But no. You gonna shut it down? There she goes. But that's the thing, Jamie, is that I had insurance. Now I do know that she did receive citations. Exactly how many? That I don't know. I know for a fact of having no uh, proof of car insurance, and she probably had another one for illegal lane change and failure to maintain her lane.
So you're gonna get some money out of somebody.
I'm going after her. Yes, and I guarantee you the minimum I'm going to get from her is I'd say at least 500 because that's the deductible that I got to have for getting insurance or paying for getting the truck fixed.
Well, she's gonna have to pay insurance back for that one. So yeah, they're
Oh
gonna get
yeah,
more money than that.
oh yeah. It hurt, but I know. But I'm saying as far as now, my insurance company, yeah, they're going to get all that, but I'm going after her also
Uh-huh.
monetarily wise. Because one thing, she also endangered my mom's health, who was in the truck also.
Uh-huh.
That's the thing that really got me. That's why I had the paramedics and everything check my mom out and make sure she was okay.
All right. I'm heading out of here too, Mater. Glad I could answer all the coin questions you guys had tonight.
All
Have a
right.
good night. I will try to see you guys Wednesday. No, I'll be at church.
Yep.
Later, Mike.
All right.
Take care, bud.
Bye, Jamie. Have a good night.
Yeah. Take care. Nice seeing you.
Yep. But yeah, I mean, Crystal, like I said, she's got it all on video, and I mean, this lady, she was thinking she's all that and totally entitled to do whatever she wanted to. I mean, she was probably in her late 20s, maybe early 30s.
Uh-huh.
And like I said, and on top of that, now I'm not being racist or anything, but yeah, she was Hispanic, but she was probably thinking she's totally entitled to do whatever she wants to. And like I said, she wound up coming over. I laid on the horn. She kept wanting to come over. I didn't want to give her any room because, no. In my book, if you can start forcing your way in, no. Now, if I see your turn signal and, I was like, okay, fine. If you got your turn signal on, fine. That's one thing. But like I said, when my front tire on the truck is right there at her driver's door, I mean, she can see the front tire of the truck. All she had to do is turn left and see the tire of the truck. Okay, and she damn near forced me into the other lane. And it's like, no, you're not going to do this. And that, like I said, she winds up hitting me and everything. And it's like, And then, like I said, she pulls off to the right. And it's like she was starting to accelerate, like she's going to leave and everything. It's like, my first thought was hit and run. No. I'm going to chase her down. About that time, Next thing you know, she comes back to the left and hits the brake. I had no time to stop. And that's when she got turned sideways.
Mhm.
And like I said, that's when the front end of her car got ran over by the wheels of the trailer, the 18-wheeler. I mean, totally ripped the whole front end totally off. As a matter of fact, some of her grill was stuck up underneath the truck of my truck.
Uh-huh.
That's crazy.
Yeah. And, you know, Crystal ever gets that video and everything out there, you'll see her attitude and everything. She was being very aggressive towards us.
Yeah, well,
710, no, never thought she did.
people never learn.
Nope. And I'm surprised that she didn't actually walk off with a new set of wrist jewelry.
Bracelet.
Yeah,
It's-
she could have got some new some nice shiny silver bracelets.
I have some of those in the drawer.
Damn, Jamie, you should have been there. Could have let her know how it was felt.
They're in there in that drawer. Yeah.
Oh yeah.
I got a
All
few
right.
steps.
Well, I'm already at my 2 hours, and I know I got to keep an eye on that because time-wise with StreamYard.
Uh-huh.
So
Well, tomorrow night, I plan on, if I can, filling in for Ed on a live stream. So I'll just keep a lookout.
all right. Oh, Ed's not going live tomorrow night.
No, he's on a business trip this week.
Ah, that's why he didn't
Yeah.
email or text message.
I may
Yeah,
or
he's
may
gonna be down in hot dog it.
Indianapolis area.
Yeah, by down there by Theo.
Theo.
I may or may not be around on a stream tomorrow. I don't know. I'm packing and I'm going somewhere, but it's not gonna be tomorrow. But I don't know if I'll be available.
All right.
But
All
I'll
right,
be
okay.
somewhere again. Yay! Right?
All right. Like I said, I gotta shut this down because, like I said, I gotta keep an eye on my time. So, Jamie, we're gonna start with you saying goodbyes.
Anyway, well, thanks for having me. I'll be around somewhere. Be on Instagram. Yeah.
All right. All right. Raging.
All right, everybody, y'all have a great week. Like I always say, y'all keep those wheels spinning, viewers grinning, and we'll catch on.
All right. Cajun.
Hi, everybody. It's good being north of the grass, as always. Be safe, stay that way. And love, peace, and crackling grease. Catch y'all later. Blue top.
All right. Well, I appreciate you guys being here, and of course, you know, everybody there in the chat. You know, it's always interesting because, like I said, you never know what we're talking about. And of course, hey, dancing. The funny thing about it is, the one subject we really didn't talk about a lot tonight was food, because that's the one subject that Renegade doesn't like hearing. Talking about food all the time, because we're always making them hungry.
We touched on it a little bit.
We talked a little bit, yeah, but not like we normally have, because normally you guys were making me hungry, talking about all this food and everything all the time. So,
No, Missy's always the one that's making us hungry. Missy
yeah,
and
I
Kate
know.
are making us hungry.
Oh yeah,
Yeah, like last night.
yeah, especially with what Missy's always bringing in.
Yeah.
But anyways, I appreciate everybody's been here. And as soon as I get some updates and everything as far as on the truck, I'll definitely get a video out there. But I will say this. Do go and get, if you don't have one, get a dash cam. They are very, very handy to have. And if you get involved in a wreck, hey, you've got proof right there whether or not it was your fault or somebody else's, because like this going on right now, it's going to be, you know, what I have to say and what this other lady has to say. But, hey, we got to wait on what the sheriff has to say about it and what comes down to the adjuster. But like I said, I will give an update as soon as I find out. It may be tomorrow. It may be Wednesday. You never know. I might talk about it Wednesday on the live stream. So until then, I appreciate everybody's been here, especially up on panel and up in chat and everything. So till next time, y'all stay safe and God bless, and I'll see y'all next time. So good night.